All right, today we're going to step into a world that operates just beyond the edges of our everyday thinking. It's a world of feeling, of intuition, and these profound paradoxes. We're going to explore the wisdom of Arreqqana, a philosophy that's really built around questions that logic just can't quite answer on its own.
Just think about that for a second. Logically, it makes zero sense, right? A whisper is quieter than a shout. That's just physics. And yet deep down, we feel the truth in that statement. The emotional weight, the incredible power behind it.
And that right there, that's our key word for today: mystery. In Arreqqana, this isn't some problem that you have to solve. It's a truth to be experienced. And this idea is the absolute heart of their spirituality.
So, to really get a handle on this worldview, we have to start where they do. We have to start with this concept of a sacred mystery. It's the foundation for, well, pretty much everything we're about to explore.
So in their language, they call this Sajmaar Velin, and it's a divine truth that exists beyond logic. It's not illogical, and it's not anti-logic. It's more like translogical. It's something you live, you feel, you embody, not something you just figure out with your brain like a math problem.
And this whole idea kind of breaks down into 4 core pillars. First, a sacred mystery transcends reason. Second, it often finds its power in paradox, like finding strength in softness. Third, you interact with it through practice and ritual. And finally, it's something that's honored, protected, not just thrown around casually. It's a living, breathing part of their world.
Okay, so this brings us to a really fascinating duality in Arreqqanan thought. See, they don't reject logic at all. They just see it as one of 2 essential paths to truth. The other path is something they call flow wisdom.
And this leads to a pretty interesting challenge, doesn't it? How do we navigate a world where a whisper is louder than a shout, where these opposites don't just cancel each other out, but actually create a deeper kind of harmony?
And this is where we can see the 2 ways laid out so clearly. On one side, you've got Coraja. That's logic. It's linear, A to B to C. Its tool is reason, and its goal is clarity. The motto is pretty simple: let me understand. But on the other side is Sajmaar, or flow wisdom. It's not linear, it's circular, spiraling, it uses intuition, and its goal isn't clarity, but resonance, that feeling when something just rings true, deep inside you. Its motto: let me feel it.
This is just a perfect piece of Sajmaar wisdom. Logic might ask, wait, how can softness be strength? But Sajmaar doesn't try to explain it, it just invites you to experience it. I mean, think about the way a river, something so soft, can wear down solid stone over time. That's the power of softness.
Okay, so if you can't just read a textbook on this stuff, how in the world do you actually attain this kind of wisdom? Well, the Arreqqana believe it's an internal journey, a process they describe as weaving 7 distinct threads of knowing. You see, for them, understanding isn't some single aha moment. Nope, it's a slow, deliberate progression through 7 stages of knowing, and each step takes you deeper and deeper inside the mystery itself. The journey kicks off with Naqqaar, or hearing. This is when you first encounter a piece of wisdom. You can repeat the words, you know the concept intellectually, but it hasn't really sunk in yet. It's just information, kind of sitting on the surface. Now we're jumping way deeper into the journey, all the way to thread 5, Naqqaar, or embodying. And this is the pivotal moment where everything shifts. The wisdom is no longer something you think about, it's just something you are. Your actions align with it naturally, without any effort. Your life itself becomes the lesson. And the whole journey culminates in Qhiyar, which means living mystery. And what's so beautiful about this final stage is that it isn't about having all the answers. It's the opposite. It's about reaching this place of peaceful humility, finding a deep power that comes from embracing the unknown, and just learning to dance with the questions themselves.
So we've talked about the internal path, but how is this wisdom actually cultivated in the outside world? Well, the Arreqqana actively engage with these mysteries in their daily lives, using very specific rituals and readings.
One of their core practices is called Qhiyar. A rough translation is sacred thread readings. You can think of it as a way of perceiving the unseen energetic pathways or patterns that they believe shape our reality.
And get this, it's not just some abstract meditation. They use these fascinating, tangible tools to focus their intuition. We're talking intricate sigil wheels, sacred threadstones that they call Qhiyar, and even resonance bells, using pure sound to align with that Sajmaar flow wisdom.
They also use chants,
but not to ask for something. It's more to interact directly with the mystery. A chant like Nata Hoksime, Lak Ya, Nad Dorek, is a way of tuning yourself to the frequency of a sacred vow or a divine energy. It's about participation, not just observation.
Okay, so we've looked at logic and intuition, the inner journey, and the outer practices. But what does it all lead to? What's the ultimate goal of this entire philosophy?
This, right here, is the heart of it all. The final wisdom of Arreqqana isn't about abandoning logic for mystery or the other way around. It's about becoming skilled enough to weave them together. It's about using the clarity of logic and the resonance of flow wisdom to create a complete, integrated understanding. It's about braiding all the threads into a single, strong, beautiful whole.
You know, the wisdom of Arreqqana teaches that our own lives are full of these kinds of sacred paradoxes. So the final question isn't really about them, it's about you. Where are you the strong, soft water wearing down the stone? What beautiful paradox are you living?